away. Nope. Why is that black? Oh, it's not black. Alright. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just trying to work out some kinks. It's not black. Alright. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. I think we sound alright. So I'm just gonna quick peep a link over to Facebook. I gotta do it because I don't know how to do it from this. Share. Anywho, what is up? We're here in a solo dolo podcast setting this week. Our friend Adam Elby is out picking up a brand new micro. So he bought a 10J, so he's picking that up. That's why I'm by myself today. We had this all planned out earlier in the week, but apparently my replay never fucking... All I basically got is the last 4 laps of a B-main in the feature, which sucks because usually heat racing's the best stuff to talk about and everything. Plus, we'll get into it. Let me just try to help. Let me just get this started and we'll get started. What should I say? Live, no cap episode. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Live, no cap pod. We'll just throw that out there. Oh, we almost lost that. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, we only have the first... we only have the feature for this week. I'm not sure what we'll do next week to ensure we save it all, but hey, man, it's week... Oh. Hey, man, look at that. This is how we make it more formal. Maybe we'll do this every week too, but I don't know. T-HUD will send me a replay. Not going to talk about it. But we don't have heats. We don't have qualifying, which wish we would have broke down. Biggest thing was though with qualifying was that they didn't reset the track before it, which was such a good thing. Such a good thing. And it spread. It took the field from being within a tenth to within a tenth and 200ths. Logan, send me the results of the race, please. Thank you. Jesus. Yeah, so maybe some little bit of viewer interaction with this being live, so it's not just me rambling on about this shit. So they reset for they carried over from practice to, and they gave them 5 minutes, I think 5 minutes of open track. And yeah, I see Blake had everyone covered, but everyone between him, oh no, it was 2/10. Fuck am I talking about? Yeah, so it just doubled the skill gap. Everyone was in the practice race. Everyone was within a fucking 10th. So yeah, that was good. You know, obviously everything's still super close. Like top, damn near 20 are within you know, all 13 O's there. And then Blake hit him out. Wish we could watch the lap. I think he ran like a little cut down in 3 and 4. You know, I love looking at that. I love looking at the difference between first and last place lap, see what they did wrong, see what they did right. But we don't get that this week, but life goes on. Sorry, Belgian football game. Distracted. So heat 1, I mean, I guess I could have pulled up the broadcast, but it's whatever. I mean, heat races were heat races, pretty standard Volusia. Nothing really changed in those regards. but yellow flags were on. That was the other big thing. Everyone, there was a crash in Heat 1, and there wasn't a yellow for it because I think it was the last two people. But then in Heat fucking 2, the goddamn yellow came out, and it was like, oh shit. You know, nobody knew about that. Just one of those things that's just so annoying. It's never talked about. It's just kind of sprung on you. Which is fine. I mean, yellows are fine, but when it's like, I think there was one in every fucking heat after. There was one in every single heat race, and then I think there was a B main that had 2 of them. What's up? Yeah, there was a fucking B main that had like 2 of them, and then, you know, T-Hug was like, oh, well, guys, if you don't settle down, we're going to take this off next week. Well, it's like, yeah, well, then maybe you should have had it on during the practice races or some shit like that. So, I don't know. It does make the event go longer. I'm really a fan of at least heat races not having cautions. And it's just because my whole thing in open wheel is if you're in a wreck, you know, 50% of the time you're dead or you're a half lap behind the field, and there's nothing you're gonna do. Like, what does it matter? You know, a caution catches you up, your car's broke anyways, you're not passing anyone, some shit like that. Well, I guess it almost kind of helped Hagen, which we can't fucking see because I don't have the fucking replay. But through the B main. But it is nice to see in consies, I guess, because there's always like, if there's a stack up, there's a big stack up and people got to slow down for it, and then there's no yellow, so then you actually lose time on the racetrack when your car's still fine. That's my only thing where I would say, yeah, yellows and consies would be great. I'd almost like to see them just be thrown manually. You know, what does it got? Most 12-car consies. Got 2 admins. Throw a manual yellow for a B main if you need to, but leave them off in heat races, especially because it was literally the last place guys just crashing all by themselves on a fucking number of them. So it's like, I don't know. And then they never show them either. They always pan the camera off on the broadcast. You know it is ingrained in these guys' heads. Anytime there's a crash, they just switch camera angle and be like, oh, it never happened. And then we throw a yellow, and then there's no replay of it. Because I get it, you don't want to show the drivers, you know, being idiots, but it's just kind of, I think the broadcast could be better on that end. Yeah, so there was a lot of yellows, though. I think it was just people in the back getting, I don't remember anything too crazy in the heat races. Maybe I am. I don't know. The start of Heat 3 with Hagen, I wish we had a fucking replay. Going over that, but yeah, we don't have B main 1, don't have B main 2. So I guess we'll kind of just, this is what the track looked like. I'm sure I forgot to point out about something. I'm sure I'm going to say some other shit, but yeah, otherwise it was kind of pretty standard Volusia. You know, tops fast in the fucking heat races. And, one thing. Maybe we'll talk about it later. I don't know how to do it this week anyways, but I saw Chris Overland, who I guess works for iRacing now. He's a peak driver. And I guess he used to tweet out power rankings of everyone in Coke Series, but people like got mad about it, especially now if he works for iRacing, which fuck it. I love that because like, you make a tweet that was like, he was like, I'm not going to do these anymore because number one, nobody cares. And number two, the people that do care, they just get mad. I was like, well, duh. Yeah, it's just people faking their ego. Like, no one watches this except probably everyone in Pro Series. My whole YouTube channel is just a reflection of my own ego. So it's like, whatever, I fuck with it. So we might start power rankings. If it's going to get people talking, if it's going to get people mad, I fuck with it. Whatever. some type of shit like that, we can do. But yeah, hopefully we'll get this replay thing situated. Maybe we'll go live every week. We'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll keep face cam. I don't know. Oh. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I just got the last restart of like a B main here. I think there was just a yellow with Tilly and Braden Shoot, who I think qualified very good. Yeah, I guess he started third in his heat. He's looked like he had some good speed. But they just kind of had netcode contact, like Aussie and Aussie shit, and I think a lot of people went fucking flipping and shit. But yeah, so here's track after 4 heats and gonna be 2 B mains, which if you look at the track right now, it's actually, I noticed this, okay, but it looks like it's overcast. There's partly cloudy, so there's just clouds over right now. But we do end up resetting the track again before the race. We'll get there. We'll talk about the future, but yeah, just some cautions and B mains. I don't know if anything's been said this week, if they're gonna get rid of cautions or not. My biggest thing, I'm looking out for fucking Bristol. You're gonna have Bristol on week 3, and you're gonna have yellow flags on, and you're gonna pace 5 laps of dead air time. This is the shit that somebody needs to be talking about and somebody needs to think of before they fucking do this shit. Maybe we can actually get a fix for Bristol and if somebody brings it up. But I don't know, man. I've seen the Discord and from Scott, and it's just too many fucking happy smiley faces and shit going around. And no one's actually, talking about anything relevant, at least. I mean, in my opinion, that's what it seemed like to me. Like I get having fun and everything and being chill. Like, what are we fucking doing here? We're here to put on a fucking series. We're here to put on a show. This isn't your weekly DOB race or some shit like that. No offense to DOB. Like, I don't know. It just aggravates me when they, like, all of a sudden there's yellows, and then, you got to fight with a motherfucker just for him to not reset the track, and you're just, I don't know, just so many questions pop up. So many questions pop up all the time about this fucking series. And, part of me, I was kind of jealous. Once they had qualifying where it was slick, I was like, kind of wish I was out there right now, but now you gotta set up the car. Like, the cars are better again. The cars are nice, but you gotta set them up, like, and then they're no fun to drive again, so I don't really know where I'm at for sprint cars, but they reset the track, which was fine. I ultimately think like, see, now it looks like full sunny on the track.
Yeah.
If they would have had they would have had 5 minutes of practice and practice would go like that really good bottom line to start coming in. You'll see, but we just sat on the grid for a bit because they were interviewing the little Ball guy. But I would just like to see, we're going to be resetting back. I think we're just trying to sit down now. I'm not going to that, especially at maybe on the first track. So
not bad,
yeah. But I think we got 5 minutes to get a little bit more track where it is. I haven't heard anything about that track where that was happening. Didn't seem to happen this week on this. I don't think it still would happen. Like that, but I'm just reset. Yeah, see there you can see a little slick patch there. So, that track was just very, very fast. So it reminded me of the second matchup. It was overcast, so the track took forever to run and get wide. Like finally the bottom sounded like it picked up the move, and I stayed for like 3 hours. I have like a lifelike lap. It was 2 to go or 1 to go. I slowed James, and then he crossed over and fell off, and then finished like 3rd. With yellows on and as many people crashing as they did kind of by themselves, just getting up in the wall, I'm like, a little nervous now. Maybe it'll take the week 5 before we get in like a really good race type shit. I don't know. I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do to rip the wall in like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 at Volusia, but it's just, I'd rather just have people crash by themselves and then, you know, not have a yellow for it. But I mean, all it takes is one time. If it's a short track and people get together and then he's sitting on the track, I mean, that's happened previously in pro. I think at like Lima Land. Then the leaders come by and then it fucks up someone's championship. I always forget about that, Scott. Yeah, I saw everyone ran last night. And then I had to go anyways. It was fucking. So we had there's gonna be a fat grid countdown, dude. So Blake qualified on pole, common auto late models. What do you call it? Display stunt? What do you call it? Whenever he got in trouble for a late model, that one publicity stunt. Coming out swinging. I mean, anyone who's paying attention's known Blake has had speed in sprint cars, like even like over a year ago, like back when he was on D1RT and shit. So I mean, he's a great qualifier, so no surprise there. I did expect either Kendall and Alex to really reel him in before they started to reel him in during this race. But yeah, just looking at the racetrack here, it's, you know, slick's only just up to where it's not even up to where it falls off the little bit of banking through the middle. Yeah, so we'll just, I don't know, I guess we'll just watch the race from, I guess, up front. We're going to have to like the race, so yeah, so this very much felt like an overcast race. The track was just so fast, so it was just kind of everybody get in line. And obviously Cam tried to make a lot of them over here. Everyone was kind of run behind each other for 15 laps, so it's hard to make up positions there. I really like how Cam, and this so he tried to run the bottom right, so Logan kind of fills in behind him. He can't run the bottom down on this end. So what he does, he can't throw a slagger on Logan. Obviously, Alex is there. He just kind of fills in this little gap below Alex. And what that does is kind of make Logan go higher. And then right here, Logan kind of hesitated, I think. Yeah, Cam was right to go up there and squeeze him, because what he's trying to do is get as much angle as he can to just shorten up this corner as much as he can, so he could kind of fill back in line. You know, he could have threw a big slagger. Kind of followed Alex and threw a big slagger, but then Logan would have been coming. Oh, okay. Logan could have been coming with more momentum back at him, and then he was kind of just able to squeeze him down here. This is a perfect, good defense on a fast track like that. Things that kind of go unnoticed. Blake's out here killing it. You're trying to run some bottom here, but yeah, just very typical Volusia was at the start. Reagan had a good week. I guess he's been, I think he had third evolution in like 2020. But he looked like the fastest car on track for a bit. He was kind of able to make the bottom work. So now where are we at? I'm up 5. Shit's getting darker. It's not really moved up the track more at all. Pretty much hammer down. trying to grab. Oh. I didn't know that was going to happen. I caught the first caution. No, someone else is up there dead too. Oh yeah, I guess this one, okay. So I think Shell gets into, yeah. Kind of just a racing deal. And we'll go back and watch that thing I had him with Mason too. Evan fills in that gap, kind of checks up Tim. Tim kind of covers it, but he just kind of goes up wide. It really seems with these new cars, you want to be just hug the slick longer. You don't want to get for the fluff unless you're going way up here. Shell kind of fills in that spot, and it's just, he's coming down. Shell's coming up. You know, he could have took that line Evan was running, but he kind of kicked his right rear out and just clips him. And just fucking tilts him on his side. Damn. And in the back here is a Mason and Jeremy. I think he was just trying to get back to the top. I thought he was going to be able to fill in there behind Chris, and Chris was just kind of cutting down too. Just caught his left rear. Flaming nowhere to go, stacks him up. Yeah, I think Mason was just trying to get back to the top there.
No sweat.
I think Chris ran a really good race this week too. You know, because you look at a lot of these mid-pack drivers or guys who are, it's their first time in pro, and you put a ceiling on them, and you go, okay, well, at their best, this is what they can do. Like I said, I feel like Eiler did a good job this week. I think Logan did. I think Chris did too, where they just hit there. I think he started on the outside of a front row of a fucking heat. But, you know, it's just guys that come out week one and are kind of at least hitting their ceiling or near towards it. It's just whether or not they can keep it going now for the rest of the season. You know, where other people, why can't I? Oh, it's not results. Or, you know, some of these guys that didn't make the feature, you know, not only puts them behind, like, points-wise, but just momentum-wise, you know. Or if you can get that first race under your belt and you're feeling good, you're just like, all right, let's do 9 more of these fuckers. When, you know, obviously, like Hagen, JD dropped off the grid. Might have been a TeamSpeak issue. That's the other thing. I couldn't even get in the fucking server, dude. I had to log on to my brother's account. I needed an A license. Well, that's embarrassing. I should have my A license, but I have a B license, and I couldn't spectate. I was like, what the fuck? So you have to mess around with all that shit, and then they require you to be in TeamSpeak. It's the new thing this year. And I don't know, JD said his shit always crashes when he's in TeamSpeak, so it's like, can you get a pass for that? I don't know. So let's go back up front. This line came in pretty good, where it was just a little grip patch right off here. Usually that happens, but it's kind of higher up, like here. Because usually people run the top out there, and then this slick moves to there, and then there's kind of one there. But there's one low where Alex, I think he was even trying to make a car up to Blake and was trying it against him later in the race, but was able to do it there. I wouldn't have thrown the slider that sharp there. Cam just kind of saw it and went for it there. You know, you just gotta pay attention, you know, if someone's passing someone else in front of you. You just gotta be able to see that and be like, oh, okay, this line's in, why is he catching him, you know? New cars feel weird out of 4 now, though. And you, oh boy. That's always sketchy. I think Bragan runs VR. Beautiful. Parked by Logan there. Alex got by Kendall. Now he's got to defend Cam. So track opened up a little bit. At least if 2 guys are sliding. Just kind of hard to put some away. They're Blagan. Reagan starts going for the fluff. it wasn't 3 and 4. You know, obviously it's noticeably worse the top of 3 and 4 when everyone runs swing laps for qualifying, but you know, with the reset track, you just gotta remember, like, oh yeah, that's all good shit up there. There hasn't already been laps turned on it. Oh my goodness. Alex caught right up to him. But yeah, Blake was just able to defend him. I mean, he knows how to. I mean, he knows how to fucking protect the lead in the late model. He knows how to drive a sprint car, and he was just able to really keep him at bay. I think maybe a yellow saved him at one point, but he was just doing a really good job of keeping Alex behind him, especially at a place like Volusia. I know it wasn't the normal kind of black slick one, but you know, you still see all the experience from fucking late models. Man, he's tight there. Alex kind of runs a cut down. He's gonna throw a slider. No, Alex tried to kind of catch the bottom there. And it's not like it would have passed him with the slider there, because Blake was anticipating the crossover. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to stick this. I was surprised he didn't throw that. And then that deep slider in Y2 was just, man, he just put 4 car lengths on him. This might have been when Braden was the fastest car. He's hitting the 7s. There's Blake at a 7. And then you get a yellow. Yellow. Oh. Did they just go to pit road? What the fuck? There was someone on the wall. What happened? Okay. Yeah, Mason just got up and over the cushion. I mean, we're 20 car lengths back. We're 20 car lengths back from 17th place. Probably shouldn't have even been up there. Oh man, you saw he got back in the gas right here. Like, he had it saved, it was fine. You see how tight these cars get when they get back in the gas. It's kind of fucked him there. I wonder if he got 8X. I did see the incident report. I don't have it in front of me. I think but some people did actually get 8X. And they changed it to this year, or maybe it's 6X. Because I think everything's 3X's, because there was nothing between 2s and 4s before. And it takes 3 weeks now to get rid of X's if you get them. So I like that. I like all that. Sounds good. I still think there should be certain things that are 2 and certain things that are like 4. Because I think JD, after he missed the grid, he came back out in his B main. He was running around in the back, and then he fucking hit the wall on the last lap and crashed himself out of 4. And I think he got a 3X for it, which is just, honestly, it's just hilarious in its own right. A little bit of a stack up, almost 8 shit on the walls. Good restart by Dylan. Perfectly timed that on Tyler there. Wasn't able to complete it. Wow, ended up actually getting past. Austin trying to bring the bottom in. Oh, weird, Alex had another run. Yeah, I don't know why Alex didn't just send it in there again. I think this time he might have been trying to slide up to the middle. But it's kind of weird. Here you can see Blake's just fighting a really, really tight car. Yeah, see, it seems like everyone just started cheating this. Which I think, honestly, with the way this build is, I just think it's going to be like that on a lot of tracks. Once it gets slick enough, at least on the flat tracks, once it's slick enough, it's just kind of not a slagger line, but you just cheat everything, keep the car straight, and keep as much speed as you can possible. You know, and keep it wound up, kind of. So I wasn't really surprised that line came in. It's kind of like, I was going to say Cedar Lake, but not really. I'd say 3 and 4 is more of a slagger line, but a lot of people were fighting the car at turn 4 there. It's, you know, with the new, I keep saying the cars are wider, but it's just the way the tires interact with the wall. You get up on that thing and you're fucked. You see this huge run here where yellow kind of saved Blake. We'll see what happened. Don't know what's happening. Oh, this is the one where, okay, so see Sabetsky and James racing. Trying to clear him. Jesus, he was ripping this cush too. He has a lot of down. Okay, so Jeremy has a lot of downhill momentum here. James just chops off Chris, keeps his slagger at bay, was able to drive around it. And then the same thing again. See how sideways he is here, but then he just gets back on the gas. How tight? Because he's still turned left. How tight the cars get. And he kind of just falls in line and just fills in that gap. We'll see what this looks like from Jeremy's thing. Yeah, kind of had so much momentum and nowhere to really. Oh yeah, sounded like he even tried to back off. I don't know. I'm trying to think about doing this. I probably would have. Once I saw he wasn't kind of gonna clear that, I think I would have tried to cut down right here. Well, I don't know what's behind me. I guess Adam's below him. Let's look in far chase. No, not really. I would say, yeah, I entered far enough ahead of him where I'd cut down. Maybe not. But yeah, he just tries to run that out, and then it closes up faster than he expects, and just runs right on the back of him out of this stuff. And that's why he's retired from the No Cap podcast. So he sold his stuff. Adam had a funny heat race that I wanted to watch. But just racing incident there. Kind of like the first one. So now we're at 10 to go. I think now is when the track really opens up. This last 10 laps here. Oh, Blake dives for the bottom. That takes balls. Leading the whole race, getting up top like that, but you know, not wanting to leave yourself open. So here, I think Kendall already starts pounding the bottom here. Look at that drive he gets out of 2. Boom, left rear down there. Fight the tight. Yanker left. Was rolling. Thought he was gonna go win the race. That time missed it just a bit because it's all about this arc you can get around the fucking wall right here. Here he was too low, so he has to straighten the car out. Now he misses the bottom a little bit. Where last time, once you can get up around that and be coming downhill, it's hard because all this shit is slicking. But that's it lets you get your left rear even lower down on the tire, and it's all about in 3 and 4. It's got real crazy because now Blake's like, all right, Alex is pushing him around on the top, but Kendall's coming on the bottom. Where you go, that big slagger line right there, he's able to just gain a car length and be fine with it.
You're so bad.
It was just, another time. I'm surprised Alex didn't try to hit the bottom here. Let's go back and watch whatever James was talking about. Oh, I think Austin hits the wall. Yeah, he just, fuck, he really got in there on it. He didn't even clip it, he just nailed it and then got back on gas. Look how fucking tight. And that's, like I said, that's sprint cars now. It's like, they're fun to drive, but the way you gotta have them set up now is fucking makes them not fun. It's just like how late models were before, when it's all you gotta drive the fuckers so tight. Make the late models not fun. Yeah, I was saying here, fucking Alex, you have a run. You saw Kendall was able to make time on the bottom. And then we didn't go for it. Maybe he was more interested in, I don't know. Because it's kind of like he backed out of those other two sliders that he could have thrown. So maybe he was just like, I'm going to force this one. And then got denied anyways. Reagan trying to rip it again. Oh, and now Cam just went to the bottom. He had a 14-1, dude. He was coming. So he was big arcing. Like, he missed it. He didn't fucking care about the entry. He was a lane higher. And then boom. Glued. 3/10 faster that lap. Scares Kendall off the bottom. Like, see, even here, Alex. What are we... He was just kind of... Seems like he was just lost because he was just searching now. Now he's just following Blake. I mean, yeah, Blake was able to just not only cover him running that slider, but fucking pull away from him. 2 laps to go. Cam at 2. Reagan was able to get down here and make it work. His white flag. He got 0. Blake knows he just got to run the middle there. Alex stayed committed to the top. Okay, I was going to say he looked a little loose, so I was surprised he wouldn't have gone to the bottom. But yeah, who would have thought? Blake Majulis comes out and wins it. Beats Alex kind of in a head-to-head thing. I mean, Alex never went for the bottom. Bottom came in though. Like I said, needed 2 more minutes, needed 100 more laps of needed 100 more laps of track wear on it, and you would have got 5 more laps out of this race, worth of good track time, as opposed to at the start. Who knows what would happen then? If Alex would have been able to catch back up to Blake, if Cam would have been able to just start hitting the bottom and then, reel them back in, or with stayed par, another yellow. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's just all about, like, can we just set ourselves up for the best show possible? And I think, I mean, it was like the first race in 2020. I think it carried over the whole time or whatever. So it carried over. We're about to go with last B main just ended. Track was fucking mint for Volusia, dude. It looked like the B main did there, kind of. The B main at the start. And I was like, all right, we'll probably get 1 minute of warm up here, so everybody gets to just feel their fuel out. Track's gonna be fucking racy as all hell. And then no. The fucking stupid email at the start of the day said track's open unless said otherwise, so every fucking idiot went out there and put 500 laps, 600 laps on the fucking track, and then it was completely dead, and then they just ran around the middle all fucking race. And I just drove around everywhere on the outside because I was the only one who didn't fucking run the middle. It was just so aggravating because we had the perfect track and all we needed was someone to say, hey, don't go on the track. And here, I think we just needed 2 more minutes and we would have had a really good race. Like the last half of the race was fine, but I just know how annoying it is as a driver, especially when you're faster than other people and you're just the first 15 laps of this race and we're stuck like that. It just, you saw the 2 wrecks on the same lap. There was 2 wrecks kind of just caused by a narrow track, but otherwise it is what it is. I can't bring up point standings. I think Logan linked me the results. actual event results because I can't even find the league and look at this shit now. I don't even know how to look at point standings. We'll get this shit figured out. 4 league changes. What? So Tim Smith led 2 laps. Yeah, everyone got about 10 laps and warm up there when it's like if everyone could have just got 15. Yeah, no, don't really got to look at points. I mean, it's pretty much just results anyways, how it is. So, it's interesting. Blake definitely throwing his hat in here with the VLR guys and shit, but it is what it is. Sorry, it's been shit. It was, but we Gucci. We'll have Adam back next week. We'll have a guest again, and maybe some fucking power rankings. See how this shit goes. Excited. It's Kokomo, baby. Kokomo was the best track in the game. I don't know if it is anymore. Be interesting to see how good the bottom or middle can be compared to the top, and then what they'll do with the racetrack again, and whether or not yellows are beyond. So it's just all these questions up in the air for it. So it should be a fun week before we gotta fucking go to goddamn Bristol. But rambled on long enough. You guys enjoying? Peace the fuck out.